for watching. My name is Silva-Stüger, johanna-yoga.com. And today I want to talk to you about how yoga can not only change the way we feel in our bodies and the healthiness of our bodies, but also change our brain, change our mind to enable us to live a more fulfilled and happy life. So to illustrate this, I just want to start out with an example of my own life. When I remember myself like 4 or 5 years ago, I remember being like almost on a constant emotional roller coasters and experiences almost every day feeling of anger, of fear, of hate. And recently, like 2 weeks ago, it happened to me that I felt angry. And when I felt this anger, I realized, wow, what was actually the last time I felt anger? And so I realized that was the first time since like a year or something like that that I experienced anger. And the moment I realized this, I wasn't angry anymore because I was so happy that anger wasn't a part of my regular life anymore. And I realized that the yoga is really working. So how is that possible? A few decades ago in neurosciences, one was convinced that once we are adult, our brain cannot change its patterns anymore. So the way we react to challenging situations at the age of 20, we will react at the age of 80. And now it's proven that this concept is completely wrong. And this is summarized by a term called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity describes the amazing ability of the brain, of the human brain, to change almost like a muscle which is trained in some parts and undertrained in some other parts, but much more like a muscle. And I love to take the example, I love to compare the human brain to a field. If you walk through a field of grass one time, the grass afterwards will be upright again and you won't see anything. If you walk the same path several times, well, a small path will develop. If you walk more often, there will develop a small way, maybe a street, and if you walk this path constantly, a big street will be the result. So I like to compare the streets, the paths, to neurological pathways. If our brain is in a situation where it has to decide, so it has to decide which street it chooses, and there are different options available. Of course, the brain will choose the street which provides the least resistance, so meaning the biggest street. Just take yourself, I think you would prefer a big street rather than a path through the jungle if you wanna get to the end quickly. So what we can do now is we can make sure that the big streets, which our brain is most likely to choose, to make the big streets the streets of reactions we want in our life, the streets of emotions we want in our life. So to make the big streets the streets of happiness, the streets of calmness, of everything we want. And the pathways of stress, of anger, of fear, to let the grass grow over them by not walking them anymore. So that means the more often we experience feelings of happiness, the bigger our happiness streets in the brain will become, and the more likely we will be to experience happiness, the more often we will feel happiness in our daily life. So that's how we can use the capacity of our brain to change our neuroplasticity, to change the way we react to situations. And that's where I love to put the yoga practice in, the physical yoga practice. I would like to invite you in your physical asana practice to focus on what you are feeling in your body right now, which is positive, which feels good. Because so in all of life, in all of yoga, which is a part of life, there are things which are agreeable, which are nice, and there are also feelings at the same time which are not nice. And if we train our brain to focus on the positive things, we have seen the streets of happiness will become bigger and we will be more likely to see this again. The second thing is, so first thing, you focus on the positive things in your yoga practice as well as in daily life. The second thing is that your yoga practice provides you several moments of challenges. So as a yoga teacher, when I observe students after I have given to them a challenge like a difficult pose or something like that, I basically discover two kinds of people. One kind of people are, why can't I do that? Why isn't my body capable of doing that? So they get angry by facing challenges. Other people are, well, that's a challenge, let's try it. They're reacting joyful to it. So yoga provides us challenges and we can train how to react to these challenges, because it's likely that how we approach challenges in yoga, we also approach challenges in daily life, and that's why we really want to make sure to approach challenges in a joyful, in a maybe even playful way in yoga. So that's how we can train our brain to focus on the positive things, and the result will be something we call in neurosciences resilience. I'm sure you know people who are just standing strongly grounded in life. Nothing can just put them down, or these are resilient people. Resilient people are people whose big streets are the streets of positive reactions, of reactions which enable them to act intentionally rather than emotionally driven. So resilient people have big streets of happiness and very small pathways of anger, fear, etc. And that's how we want to be, and that's how the practice of yoga can change our mind, can change the way we think about life, we see life, and enables us finally to live really a happy and fulfilled life. So one more time, I invite you to see the positive things really intentionally, to train your mind on the positive things. And I promise you, I can tell from my own experience that really works. It just needs a bit of practice, because the streets need to be built or rebuilt, but then I promise you, you will gain, you will just benefit greatly from that. So thank you so much for watching. I will keep you updated with with another post very soon. In the next post, I will talk about one specific tool. I won't say too much about it now. One specific tool that can help you to stay calm even in very difficult situations. So that will come soon. Just check out Chromatic-Yoga.com and johanna-yoga.com for news, and thanks for watching. Have a great day and see the positive things in your day in every moment. Thank you.